Hello, good evening. My name is Henry, CEO of HenroidFX Academy. I want us to quickly discuss the review for this week, Monday to Friday, Forex market. And quickly, I'd like us to see a few currency pair. On my 3MA dashboard, most of you know I use the no-nonsense Forex combined with price action, and so I use one or two indicators combined with my price action, as you can see on my screen. And so I'll be discussing relationship, using both statistics. Quickly, my 3MA dashboard already gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 currencies to look out for this week. And I'm a swing trader. I do not like spending time on the screen watching the moves and all that. I take advantage of the long moves, 200 pips, 100 pips, 300 pips, sometimes up to 1,000 pips. And so if you look here, let's reduce it down so that we can have a lot on the screen. USDCAD. Okay, now the USDCAD is currently on a bullish trend. As you can see here, having some lower low, higher low, and so on up to this point. You can see it from here to this point, meeting the resistance, coming down to this point, partially breaking this support of initial resistance, which has become a support at this point, and then came down to this point. Then we've got the original support here, and then pushed up, having something like a pin bar but not a pin bar, and then went up with a very strong bullish candlestick, rested on this support, initial resistance zone that has become a support at this point, and then hicked up again. This juncture, there is a retracement at this point. If you look at it from here this way, it is already at the 50%, and at this 50%, we expect that a lot of the traders by Monday will be taking up their money from this point and hitting in money into it in order to go upwards, in order for us to resume the bullish trend. Therefore, at this juncture, it is advised that we prepare to go bullish at this juncture. If I look at my candle here, my system by my ATR advises, if you take from here to this point, a profit of 467 pip, and that is 1.29148. And also it advises stop loss to this bottom point of the initial support at 148, but you don't need to go that far. You can place it around this point here, around this point here at 34 pips, because I know the magic would happen right above this point. As you saw here, a lot of people will pull out and then it will resume the up trend. So that's that. You can decide. For me, I will advise you take profit 1.29148. Stop loss should be around 1.24159. so that is that. You can take advantage of that. Let's see the second one. Let's see the second one. Now, the Aussie US dollar, it advises a bearish because it's on the bearish trend clearly. If you want to squeeze it, you understand this way. You can see it having the higher low, lower low, higher low, then a lower low, a higher low, a lower low. This is a constant structure which confirms a bearish trend. Like we said also, usually on Fridays, you have a lot of retracement taking place. And just like you have seen here, from this point to this point, after going 178 pips, now it is retracing up to this point here, currently at the 38.2 of the retracement level. Of course, you all know that it will either be at this point at 50 or at 61, but I will agree with this 38 because it coincides with this support level, which is going to turn probably a resistant level here. And so you could prepare by using a sell stop like I've just done here and allow the market flow down to you, and then trigger the trade, and then you take your profit where. Let's check here. My system advises that you take your profit, like you know I'm a swing trader, so don't be too surprised the level of the peep. Now my system advises that you take it to this point, which is 0.2338, 0.2338, so which I'll be moving it to it exactly at about 11 o'clock when the trade resumes. This was put there last week, hoping that it will before 7 o'clock in the evening, could ride down till 10 in the evening, in the night I mean, but it didn't come back from the retracement, but of course it will. So that is that. Take profit at 0.72320, and then your stop loss at 0.76187. If that is too much, you can put your stop loss once it resumes the bearish trend somewhere around the highest previous higher low, and that is around 1.20516. So that is that for the Aussie dollar. Let's see the next one, the Euro US dollar, and that is on a sorry please, that is on 4 hour, like I said, on the 4 hour, sorry for that distraction, on the 4 hour time frame template. As it stands, the Euro US dollar at this point, from what we see here, let me be sure we are there already. Okay, we're there. Good. We can see this is a bearish trend clearly, and you can see the market structure consisting of a lot of higher lows, lower low, higher low, lower low, and so on. At this juncture, like I told you the other time, this is another retracement which usually happens on Friday. It's a good way, just have that at the fingertips. You can always cash out money on Fridays, because at that time, from that 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it will always retrace. Why? The dominant currency pair was going to be weakened in most cases, or probably the quotes, it's going to be weakened, and you'll find people pulling out their money, and the dominant country will have the upper hand. I mean, the dominant currency or the currency situated in that country will have the upper hand, and it will resume up to that point, just like you see here, generally retracing off from the trend. And here you can see it's already on the same level with this move to the lower low. And so this higher low at this point, we expect that there will be a reversal clearly down towards the bearish path. Let's see. This is a direct no need to even talk much on this. You can see it up to this point is where we expect it to be, to cut out from here and then come straight to this point. Let's check it. That will be at my system algorithm advises that you take your profit at 1.16669. I repeat again, 1.16669, and then your stop loss is at 1.19732. But before I will come in, let me enlarge it. Before I will come in, take note, I will wait for a proof, a confirmation that this candle will be reversing. In other words, I'll be looking for a bearish candle, either an engulfing bearish candle, to prove or to confirm that it is going or resuming the downtrend. So that is this. Wait for the bearish candle, an engulfing bearish candle, or a pin bar which will confirm that it is time to reverse. Or better still, you can come here and put a sell stop just below this candle here and then you ride it down to the profit. If you check that, that's how many pips. That's how many pips you're talking about now. That is up to 154 pips. That's fantastic for a week in just one currency, and that's been the way I ride it, and I'm sure you can take advantage of that as well. Let's see the US dollar France currency. As it stands right now, it advises us clearly to go bullish, because it's on a bullish trend. As you can see, to this place, up to this point here, it's on a bullish trend, as you can see here clearly. However, if you also see, you will discover that it is currently retracing, and if you look to your left, you would see it came up as if it was resuming an uptrend, and that is where it stands at this point. So it's a resumption of an uptrend with this new form of structure, a technical structure here, and so I would expect you to hold on if it's going to resume back the bearish trend, or at this point of the support, crack back and reverse and then resume the uptrend. However, my system is saying you take your profit up at the 0.94115 here, believing that it will continue the uptrend. So this could be a possible retracement from the resumption of the uptrend, only to later continue upon reversing to the uptrend. So take your profits at this point. That's my advice, 0.94115, and the stop loss will be at 0.94001. And how do you do that? You can place a buy stop at this support level. You can place a buy stop at this support level of 0.91891, and with that, it triggers it and it's off. On the other hand too, you can place a sell stop just below this support level at this point here. You can see this previous resistance point. You can place it around that point, which is 0.90960, and if it breaks through there, then you know it will be coming towards this point, this region here, this whole region of 0.89508. Of course, you can see there's a very strong support level here, which will then serve as a resistance if it decides to come down to the bearish trend. Otherwise, if it reverses, it goes up here. It's as simple as that. Let us see the USD Japanese yen also. The US Japanese yen, US dollar Japanese yen currency pair, it's clearly on a bullish trend, as you can see here at this point. You can see it, but with a reversal which broke the structure of the higher high, higher low, and having broken this structure, it appears it's going on the downtrend. But I have my indicator here telling me no, that it has resumed the uptrend, as you can see. So I think I remember I took my profit here and I got out of the market, and then it got up to this on Friday because I wasn't too sure about that, if it was going to continue the uptrend, or it was just about a little retracement to continue again on the downward trend. So what we need to do, it's very simple. My system is advising that you take your profit around here, which is the 112.571 or 562 thereabout, and place a stop loss here. So what I would advise is, let's hold on, don't enter into the market. As you can see, we have a bearish candle. Let's wait for a bullish engulfing candle or a pin bar that supports the resumption of the uptrend. You place your buy stop around just above this region of the supports around here, then place your stop loss just on the bottom, and then you take your take profit here. You can use a Fibonacci from the point of your entry around here to this point, and you put your take profit 1 at 0.2, take profit 2 at 0.5, take profit 3 at 0.8 or 0.7, whichever one. That's how I think you can go about that trade and make your money. Let's see the next one, GBPUSD. The GBPUSD, as you can see here, is clearly on a downtrend, as it appears here now. It's clearly on a downtrend, and my algorithm is simply stating that you go bearish. However, there is a retracement that we see here from this support zone to this resistance zone. Now it's two options. If you take it to the left as it stands, it could possibly be a resumption from here, this kind of pattern going upwards, from here to going upwards. However, I have always told you I believe in my algorithm so much, and I take my time to follow the rules. So what I will do is, with respect to my algorithm, which has stated that the profit will be around this region, which is 1.38434, which is already here. In fact, it already placed it at that point, and so that will not be useful anymore. By 11 o'clock, that's when the trade begins. I guess I will get a new level, but this is what I expect that you should do. You can place a buy stop here. You can place a buy stop on this region in case it decides to resume up to this point. You take a 250 pips, or you place a sell stop at this region, and when it breaks it, you come down a double of this size, which is from here to here, which is 200, and I'll go 400. It's as simple as that, because I'll put my stop loss here and then enter the market somewhere below the support level here. And of course, it's a 1-to-2 ratio. So the first take profit will be a 1-to-1 ratio, then take profit 2 will be a 1-to-2 ratio, and my take profit 3 will be a 1-to-3 ratio. This is very, very important, and you can take advantage of this advice. Let's see the next one. I guess that's all, or do we still have another? No, I think that is all. We don't have another here now. I think we've discussed everything. So that's what my algorithm has just produced, and I think with this we'll come to an end of our review for this new week, which is going to be from on the 11th. Today is 10th, if I'm not making a mistake. From on the 11th to on the 16th. And so I wish you the best of luck, and I pray that the pips will find your take profit levels, and will have minimal stop losses. And remember, you do not need to play a revenge game. If you have a stop loss hit, relax, concentrate on other trade. I can assure you, of these 6 pairs that we have reviewed, you will surely get a greater amount of successful trade than losses. That is certain. If only you understand this proof, this fact, and be calm and trade and do your analysis properly, as we've just done it, combination of your resistance support structure and your indicators, in order to give you a valid proof of entry and exit. These are my prospective advice for trade this week of Forex trading. Once again, my name is HenroidFX Academy, CEO of HenroidFX. Thank you for stopping around, and please do well to subscribe to my YouTube page and also like this video. You do that, and unknowingly to you, you're encouraging me, and I promise you I'll bring more of this review to you every week. Thank you, and God bless you.